Hope you all are fine. Today I want to teach you how to install the PfSense in your Openstack environment. So what are the necessary steps and what how can we install the PfSense in the Openstack environment? We have the two things in the Openstack. One is the Redhat Openstack and one is the open source Openstack. So whatever you are using in your environment, you can use it. Right now we have the Red Hat using in our environment. So how can we install the pfSense in the Openstack? Whatever you are using here, the steps will be the same as per the video or as per your requirement. So what is the pfSense here? We need to clarify here is those people who don't know what is the pfSense. PfSense is just nothing else. It's a firewall. It's an open source firewall. So you can use it for your environment where whenever you want to deploy the firewall. So you can just it's a free version. So you can download it from the internet. Just download the ISO of the pfSense and get the uh, firewall in your environment. So as you know that in firewall we have two interface. One is the WAN interface and other is the LAN interface. As you know, if someone has a good knowledge of the firewall and the network side, so we have two things are here. One is the LAN and one is the WAN. Your all the machines are your all the VMs are behind the firewall. So your all machine will be communicated to the LAN and your LAN will be divert all the traffic onto the WAN. So this is the firewall how it's work. We can do the rules, we can netting or all the other facility which are providing by open source, you can use it. So let's little bit catch the diagram about the network diagram. How can we or what the necessary steps to install the firewall on the OpenStack? First of all, uh, in OpenStack, normally in OpenStack, in any OpenStack, whether you are using the Red Hat or whether you are using open source, you all once you configured your OpenStack, you always see external external network in your network topology. When I will show you definitely all the thing whatever I am diagram here. So you will see the external network. Is this network is always communicated to the internet. It's a by default installed or by default installed for this network or you are using once you are deploy the OpenStack in your environment. So for as I said you for pfSense we need for pfSense we need a WAN network and another one is the LAN. So by default in your project on your OpenStack, once you have assigned it, you see only one network is here. So we have to create a network layer one here, which is the WAN network. Okay, and then you have created another one, which is the LAN one. Okay, so we will let's decide the LAN IP is 10.10.2.0/24 and WAN IP is 10.10.1.0/24. Okay, so this is the WAN. So your firewall will be in between these two. So one network card is connected to the WAN and one is network card is connected to the WAN. Let's see, we have configured the port of your firewall 10.10.1.254 and your LAN of the firewall will be 10.10.2.254. So it's good to go to make these static ports. How can we create the static port in the OpenStack? I will show you as well. And after that, we now we have and your all machines, your all VMs will be lies here. Okay, so all the VMs traffic will be goes here, then goes here. Up to this LAN network, your traffic have been reached. But what? How can we achieve the internet of VM from here? So is there is something between your external and your WAN. So here it comes up with the router. So your router interface should be attached to the VM, and once you created the router, we have external connection with the external network. So here is the router will be play role play. Your traffic will be all the routed from this layer, means this router to the internet. Your all traffic will be flow like that. This first goes to the LAN interface, then it will be go goes from WAN, then it will be go to the your router, and your router will be divert to this. You will be achieving the network or internet in the PfSense. So this is the high level diagram of the network diagram of the PfSense deployment. So once we uh, going to deploy, so we will check it and I will show you as well. So for that PfSense, now what necessary steps need to be done to create the or to to deploy the PfSense in your um, so some necessary steps are need to be done here before going to the deployment. First of all, we have to download the image, whatever the image we have from the internet, or the PfSense image, PfSense ISO. Let's see. ISO image you have to download, first step. Second, we have to second we have to upload this image, and then we have to create a new volume. New volume should be created. It's just 20 GB, it's enough one. And third one, you have to create an instance with no volume, with no volume. Okay, there is no volume should be selected once you create it. Once the machine is launched, you just launch it, and after that you have to shut down this machine. Once it's launched, just shut down it. Go to the your volume side, and then attach the volume attach the volume to the instance. Once this instance is attached, you have to start your instance, and after that you have to means configure all the things whatever is done. So once is the install and all the things have been done, you have to delete the instance. Once you have deleted the instance, your all things are into be your volume, into the your sorry into the your this volume. All things will be come up here, means your once you delete it, it's all the things are come up in this volume. So we will move on to the uh, volume, and then we make it bootable, and then we launch the volume from launch the instance with this volume. So I will show you, and definitely I will go through one by one steps. So let's start the steps. So let me uh, open my OpenStack. So this is my OpenStack. So uh, let's see uh, it's now there is no instance here. So let me show you first of all the network topology. So this is the Network topology, what I have shared with you, there is an external one. There is no network of the WAN and LAN. So we have to, let's see the network is there or not. So there is an only external network here. So we have to create it as well. Let's see there is a router or not. So there is no router. So first we have to create a router. Let's see, create a router. Uh, and just say the external RT, select the network. To connect this, create the router. It's simple one, very easy, so you can create it. Once it's done, and then you have to move on the network side. Let's create networks. One is the WAN network and there is the LAN network. So I'm just creating the WAN network first. Oh, my name is this one, and my this one, and the gateway, there is no need to gateway or once you are configuring your WAN PfSense or your firewall in the OpenStack environment. So just clarify it. So you can just go and hit the create. So your external WAN network have been created now. Now you have to create the LAN network here. First of all, you have to means just LAN network. Yes. Now you have to select LAN network. This should be a 2. Okay. Your here you have to be put the gateway as well. So our gateway will be the firewall LAN gateway. So it will be 254. Okay. Here we 10 10 10 254. Then we go and this one, enable this one, and then hit the create button. So the LAN will be created now. Now let's see the topology. So let's see the network topology right now. So we have successfully two network have been created. One is the LAN and another one is the WAN network. So now your router have been configured. Now we have to make a link between WAN to LAN because we have this WAN address means your WAN should be attached to the network. So how can we attach it? So just go into the router, click on it, interface, attach interface, just select the WAN should be connected. There is no need to IP. It will be come up DHCP uh, automatically. Now you have to see whether it's configured or correctly or not. Now this is fine. Your WAN have been connected to the router and router will be connected to the WAN. Now we have to go means our network. Let's confirm the network diagram. So here we have the network diagram. We have three network. One is this one, this and this. We have this network. We have created this LAN and WAN, and the external we have created the router, and now we have created the VM. How can we create the VM? Let's see. So for before that, we have to follow these steps, whatever I have written here. So download the PfSense image ISO. I have in my case I have already downloaded. So you have to download first ISO image, then upload the image in your OpenStack environment. So I have in my image already uploaded. Let me show you. This is my image which I have already uploaded here. So after that, what the next step? Create a new volume. Just go onto the volume side and just hit the create volume of 20 GB. So just written here volume 20 GB. Okay, there is no need this. Okay, just create a new volume. I have created this one. uh it's done now. Volume created have been done. After that, create the instance with no volume. Before that, I have just forgotten one step. You have to create the ports of your network because I have already told you you have to put the static IP on your firewall. It's never be changed again and again. So you have to put the static IP of on your should be on your VM. So before provisioning the VM, we have to create a static port on the VM side. So let's create the port. First of all, we have to create the WAN. So just go on the port side, create, just click here for name should be pfSense WAN, pfSense WAN network. Okay, there is should be a specific IP. What should be the specific IP? And just this one. There no need to security port, because if your this the port security is like that, if you put the check here, it's mean you have to uh, put the security group on your instance as well, and your all the rules are incoming or outgoing traffic will be make sure it goes with the SG mean security group. So here we have deployed already a firewall, the where we have to means communicate all the things from the firewall rules or netting rules. We don't need to the another security group to be managed all these things. So we just uncheck it, or if you want to both things should be done it by, so you have to put the check. So in my case I am just doing a port security disable. So just hit create. Your static port will be created here like that. Okay, now we have to move on the LAN side. Let's create the LAN static port. So let me create it. pfSense pfSense LAN port. Okay, so let me share you the fixed IP 10.10.10 2.250. Okay, no need to port security. We will manage all the things from the firewall. So the firewall ports have been created. Now it's detached right now. So let's move on to the our second step, what we have already done. So just create the instance with no volume. Let's create it. How can we create? Let's go into the instance. Just launch it. Your pfSense firewall. pfSense firewall. Let's create the source. We have created the source with no volume. Here you can do this thing with no volume. What will be the image? So we are here is the ISO image. Then go to the flavor. I'm just choosing this flavor. It's up to you whatever you want to choose it. So we don't need to be network select. We have the static ports. So just put the WAN port, then LAN port, then security group we don't need, no issue. The keep here I don't need here, but if you want to be, you can do it. Just launch it. So it will be launched soon. So before that, it's now building up, and swapping means is already things are going on. Once it means running, we will go into the console and let you know how the things are going to be happen. So just little bit wait. Now the things are running. So let's check the go into the pfSense. Let's go into the console. uh, it's now launching right now. You can see it here. It's right now is going on. So just little bit going all the things. So once is little bit provisioning or all the things, you just we will go and put the next steps on this machine. So we have to just little bit more. So here we have come up. Then just accept, enter. Okay, 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 okay. There is no disk right now. So absolutely there is no disk because we have selected it as a image with no volume. Okay, just go into the instance, follow the steps, just create with no volume, then shut down. Simple, just go onto the machine and shut off the instance. Once you shut off the instance, just go attach the volume to the instance. Okay, so just move on to the volume side and just go on to the volume. We have created one, so just attach it. We can attach it here, manage this one, this pfSense, attach this. Okay, so once is attached, you have to follow the rules, all the plan what we have, the start instance. So just go on to the compute instance and just start the instance, and let's see what happens now. So before that we didn't have any get any volume here. So let's see right now we have or not, and whether we have configured something like that or not. Just check it. So here we have console. Now the kernel is loading. All the things are means come up from the ISO right now. And after this we will check whether we are on right path or not. So we again come up here and accept as accept it, just hit OK, then hit select, then OK, and install, then OK, just select one, space it, OK, yes, remove it. So all the last change will be destroyed, and all the pfSense images, all the things are have been installing in your volumes of 20 GB which we have created, and after that we have attached this as well. So it's right now the pfSense installing. So just little bit wait and let's see. So it's now going to be installed and it will be reboot again, I hope so. So overall progressing, extracting distribution files here. So it will be come up in 10 to 15 minutes, I believe so. So after that we have another one things little bit remaining. How can we open this thing in our how can we open this thing in our means portal. Open, how can we open this portal? Although it's a pfSense and so it's little bit modification required. There is no need to be configure final modification. That it says that the installation is now finished. Before exiting the installation, would you like to open the shell or new system to make the final? No, we don't need it. So just reboot. Yeah, hit the reboot. So once its reboot come up, and we will go for the next part, what the next step we have. So let's see and check it. It says delete the instance. So let's go and delete the instance. Right now its kernel is loading. So let me delete it from. So let's delete this instance. So just go on to the instance, and what we have done, start the instance and delete the instance. Okay, just there is no problem. Just go on to the side and delete the instance. So instance have been deleted right now. Now go for the next step. What is the next step? We have just make it the bootable and launch it. Go to the volume, just volume, and edit the volume, make it bootable, then submit it. Then you have to go to the launch as an instance. So here we have come again, means again launching the pfSense. So there is no need to just write it. Okay, pfSense, there is no need. A source should be a volume. We have already here. Flavor should be like this. And then we go for the fan port. There is the LAN port. Then we have the network. We have the no. There is, sorry. This is the network. We have the ports here. So we have the port WAN, then LAN. Okay. So there is no security group need, so just go, there is no keep here, so hit the enter and launch it. So let's see, now it's launching the instance successfully or not. We are now go to the instance and it's right now swapping, and after that it will be running state. Now we have to move on to the console. Let's see the console of it, and if it's good to go, then we will go for the configuration side of the WAN and LAN side. Okay, so just we have to wait it and mounting the file system and all this thing, setting up all the things, creating, sounds good, initializing. Yeah, it's come up. You have seen the static change up and vnet 0, vnet 1. We have two links here. So now you just move on to the should be VLAN setup. Right now I don't need to be set up the VLAN. Just hit enter. VTnet 0, we did it. Okay, VTnet 1 for the LAN, just confirming it or nothing else. Now you have to proceed it. Yes, we need process, so it will be little bit take time. So after that you will be configuring your WAN interface as well as LAN interface. It will be taking little bit time, so just wait it, and once it's come up on the console part, so I will show you how to configure the WAN interface as well as LAN interface. So boot up the completed. Yeah, this is fine. We have the WAN interface, LAN interface, but with the problem is the LAN have don't get the IP. So just make it. We can. So now this is the WAN interface console have been come. So we have the WAN and a LAN. The problem is that LAN don't have the exact IP which we have configured. So we can do it by ourselves. So just hit the two, just hit the two. So you will be come up in the available interface. Just press 1, which number you want to be configured. I want to be configure the WAN. Need the DHCP? No. Hit the enter the WAN IP address. So I have the WAN 1.254. So here we need to subnet, then it's need the 10.10.1.1 gateway. Let's enter. When IP is IPv6, I don't need to. When IP, enter the new IP, hit the none, or if you want to configure protocol, yes. So it's now turn up. So the WAN IP headers have been set to this one. Hit the enter. Okay. So as far as we can configure the LAN as well, as we have done it here. So let's move on to the how can we achieve this thing. It means to now we this these are the LAN, these are the let me show you here. These are the addresses which are now a private address. Still now the private addresses, we cannot open these addresses in our browser. So how can we achieve to open the pfSense in the browser? So there is a concept of floating IP. So you just need to go on to the instance and assign to the floating IP. Once you how can we get the floating IP when you are installing the Red Hat Openstack platform? So you will be configure your floating IP addresses. So I am just associating my floating IP here. So there is no floating IP right now. There is a one, so we can get it as well. So let's get it. So to whom to which interface you want to be binded? I want to bind it here 1.254 because this is my WAN address. So just associate it. So once is associate, let's go onto the browser and hit the enter. So there is no there is no there is no answer is coming from there. Okay, it's fine. So let me show you one more thing here. You have to go on to the PfSense console. Then you have to do one thing as well. Just hit the press shell. You have come up here. You just pfctl. So by default you have to disable it. Once you disable it, hit the enter. Let's see it's come up or not. So you just, I think, http, yeah, this is come up. Now your pfSense have been come up. So you have to be put admin and the password is by default pfSense. Hit enter. You know you are facing this problem because we have means detecting this thing behind the Openstack. So to resolve this issue, you just go on to the your browser and console of your machine. Just hit the 12 and then just write the playbook, a playbook which should be disabled. Refer check. It just is done. You know to be again refresh again hit the enter pfSense. Oh my god, why it's not? I think it's already done. It's not come up from the uh, let me double check it. I believe I did something. uh, Disable refer check. It's done. Could not be locate file. Okay, no problem. So let's check. Sorry guys, I just made a mistake a little bit in a spelling mistake. You just write down the playback and disable refer check. So your playback will be started and disable the HTTP refer check then. So there is nothing else. You just make sure to go into the 12 options of your pfSense, and then you can just write the playback and this sentence disable refer check. Okay, so once you done it, so let me again enter. So admin pfSense. So this is the welcome page come up here. So here is the all the things we have done rightly and correctly. If you have any doubt, any questions, so you may ask. If you have any, if you like this video, so you can share it as well with your colleagues and as much as possible. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks, and let me know if anything I missed or I need to be configured. So it would be great for me. Thank you guys for watching this video.